Hi, I'm Patrick.
And I'm Liv.
And this is the Mach-E vlog. Today we are heading out on a long road trip from Denver to San Diego.
So let's go.
Okay, so we're not going to do this all in one drive. First of all, that would be sort of crazy. We've done the Denver to Vegas in one day. But we had to work this morning. We literally just got done with work. It's just past noon. I actually have a conference call at 1, so we need to get on the road so I can do that. But tonight we're going to get to Green River, meeting somebody in Green River in the morning, and then we're going to Vegas.
And then in Vegas, the next morning, we have a Mach-E meetup. We don't know how it's going to be, how big it's going to be, or what. Pretty excited, though, because the community out there is awesome.
Except for it's like 81 here in Denver, and it's supposed to be 110 in Vegas. So we'll see. And then after that meetup, we're going to continue on, and we'll probably go all the way to Carlsbad / San Diego Sunday night. But if we decide to, we may stay another night. But for now, we need to get started on this road trip. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do the route planning to Green River for today.
Cool, let's do it.
Okay, so I did a little bit of planning before we left the house because I was curious. I have screenshots on here. We'll pop this up. But doing the route planning in a better route planner, it was saying it's going to be 5 hours and 58 minutes total, including 2 charges. One in Edwards at Electrify America and one in Grand Junction at Electrify America as well. And the total of 5 hours and 38 minutes of drive time for today. So I also planned it in Ford Pass, leaving from Mooroo Coffee, our normal spot. This only says we need 1 charging stop in Glenwood Springs at Electrify America, and then we'd get to Green River. But what's interesting is it says 5 hours and 58 minutes total, which is exactly the same as the a better route planner. So very interesting, but we're going to go ahead and do it here. We're not at 100%. We're at 98%. Oops, I did the wrong thing. We want to go to navigation. 98% and 267 miles. It was 99 and 269 when we left the house. What's interesting is this car is the GT Performance Edition, and it's rated for 260 miles. So let's go in here. We'll say, I could probably do recents, but we're just going to type it out. I'm slow typing. Green River, Utah, 285 miles. If we could just drive in a straight line. It's 97 in Green River right now. Not looking forward to that. And there it is. It's saying 24 minutes of charge time. And then let's see here. We'll hit go.
Obey traffic laws. Be alert and use voice commands while driving.
And this is also calling for 1 charge in Glenwood Springs. And I don't think that's what we're going to end up doing. We're going to play it by ear. We just had lunch. We'll probably want another break. Maybe if we get to Green River, we'll have dinner there. We may want to have dinner in Grand Junction, but I know we'll need a bathroom break. So let's just hit the road, forget about all of this stuff, and let's carry on.
Here's a 9-minute slowdown caused by a crash in 0.5 miles. You are on the fastest route. You should reach your destination by 6:33 p.m.
Little panda. Hi.
Well, we are trying to get out of Denver. We're just west of Denver now, just by a few miles, and we're back in some traffic, and it says that there's going to be like a 13-minute delay. I've been switching back and forth between Ford Pass and Google Maps on Android Auto just to sort of see if there was any difference. At one point, Google Maps suggested going through the first part of the mountains on a different way that would save like 3 minutes, but it was quite a bit of a detour. So we're just going to go sit in traffic. It's going to get worse. This is holiday traffic It's
Yeah.
Labor Day weekend.
Everyone else is getting out of town too.
Yeah, I thought like if we got off work at 2 or 3, we'd hit a lot of traffic, but I thought getting off work at noon would be better.
To be fair, there were 2 accidents, right?
Well, there's one there that was right at our exit, and then I don't know what is coming up. But this is always bad. This is during ski season, it's really bad, and then during nice season, like now, it's 90 degrees down in Denver, and everybody wants to go to the mountains for Labor Day, last bit of their summer holiday.
I like that you said nice season, because for some people, ski season might be nice season, but you can tell what we think. I agree, this is nice season, although we are driving into extreme heat. Huh?
Yeah, we're going to go to extreme heat.
It's literally like a heat wave.
And I
in the
just turned
direction we're
on
going.
Blue Cruise a little bit ago. This is one of the areas where Kyle Connor with Out of Spec, if you look up Hogback Challenge, they take a lot of cars through this section of I-70 to test their, whatever their ADAS system is. We've gone through here on Blue Cruise before. I think I've gotten some updates that are supposed to make it even better. Too early to tell, but right now it's technically hands-free. But we are going through the mountains where Blue Cruise will switch from hands-free to hands-on. So I generally just rest my hand on it anyways. But that's one of the things that we want to sort of test out, the difference between this car, a GT Performance Edition, aka Lucifer, Tucifer,
and OG Lucifer. I thought that was a Panda again. There's a little BMW i3 that got on the highway with us, and it's so cute. But also, of course, this is slightly less efficient than OG Lucifer by 10 miles?
It's interesting. So it's a 10-mile difference, 270 versus 260, but they just announced a 2023 premium all-wheel drive extended range will get 290 miles.
Ooh.
So I think maybe... Oh, somebody just cut us off. And the car was slowing, but I added braking there, so... but anyways, it'll be interesting to see what the efficiency is. Right now, we're really bad. It's 2.0 miles per kilowatt hour because we're making the initial climb out of Denver. From here, and I'll probably track just from here to Vegas. I can go back and look here to Green River, but here to Vegas, the last time we got they just threw their cigarette out. 2.6 miles per kilowatt hour. Last year, if my numbers are correct, and I wasn't tracking quite as accurately, but we got 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour.
7 minutes slowdown in 5 miles. We were still on the best route.
Delightful.
7-minute slowdown in 5 miles. And that's Google Maps telling me.
Yeah. So we're just going to have to be very chill getting out of the city. Fortunately, his last meeting was canceled, or you would have been in a meeting in traffic with accidents.
I had a conference call at 1 that got canceled, thankfully. I think everybody else is trying to get out of town early.
Now, the GoPro can't entirely capture this, but for us, this is absolutely gorgeous. You have multiple levels of mountain appearing, and the furthest mountains have just a little bit of snow on it, which is how I like my snow, far away. So, yeah.
And the other thing that we want to compare, a lot of people are like, these seats are great for performance driving in the GT Performance Edition, but how will they be on a long road trip? Granted, we're not doing 700 miles in one day, but we're doing 400 miles today, or thereabouts. That'd be enough to test it out.
Yeah.
Anything else?
The car is very full. So we're going for a month. We're going to spend basically a month in California, and then we're hopping over to Detroit for the Detroit Auto Show. We really wanted to attend Fully Charged, which is an all-electric home and EV event. It looks so awesome. They're a YouTube channel that we really love, and it just looks so cool. And then there's also the Detroit Auto Show, which also looks cool. So we're like, how are we going to make this happen? So this is how. And it's quite intimidating. I've never done a month-long trip before. So we have the entire car packed with our day job stuff, with stuff for YouTube and all that stuff. And then we're going to fly to Detroit. So it's a really weird thing, because I'm used to, we're taking the car, just throw everything in, not putting things into little travel size bags and containers. So the car is very full, and I hope we packed everything.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit difficult because we have to have like casual clothes for just hanging out. We have to have our Mach-E gear for going to Mach-E stuff, but we also have to dress nice for some of the events that we're going to around the auto show and fully charged.
And my level of dressing up is dressing like a pirate or a dragon or something. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You focusing?
Yeah, well, I'm letting it handle the steering. It ping-ponged a little bit
And that
there.
was very noticeable.
But it looks like they just painted the lines a little bit, so it went a little weird.
It did go a little weird. Glad you have a hand on.
Yeah, and it was hands-free except for that one little section, but I've been keeping my hands on. So
There's something that Patrick says often that I appreciate when people ask, do you trust the system, the hands-free system, or any of it? And he always says no, and you shouldn't, right? And
Yeah.
it's stuff like that, because the human mind, the human eye is capable of so much, and technology is amazing, but it's not quite there yet. And it can get fooled and tricked, and there can be people stopped or people doing something unexpected or whatever. So don't trust it.
heavy traffic ahead, delays possible.
Also delightful.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be smooth sailing
here-
from here.
No, here it is. Thanks for
Okay.
jinxing us. Just
Well, after this, we'll get through the bad stuff. Anyways, we're not going to subject you guys to the traffic. We'll deal with that. You guys will get the fun scenery when we get it. It'll probably take us like 20 minutes just to get half a mile down there where it looks really pretty.
It's a
So-
7-minute delay.
So we will touch base then.
Hello. Yeah, it's like a forest green. That's really nice. It reminds me of the Rivian green, actually.
How long have we been driving? Because it feels like it's been days.
But we're making decent progress. We're close to the Eisenhower Tunnel,
Yay!
which is one of the big two mountain passes we're crossing on I-70. And we're still in intermittent traffic. Blah.
Yeah, but our efficiency is at 2.1 miles per kilowatt hour, which means that once we get through the tunnel, we should get some back.
And
so
then
we'll
we
note
go
what is that right there.
down.
Down.
And then we have to go back up for Veil Pass. So.
And then we go down again.
But it's showing like 60 miles of buffer to Glenwood Springs. I'm not sure if I have that left in me. That was a taxing drive to get out here.
Yeah, you as the driver, just stop and go traffic. How was Blue Cruise helping with that?
It was good, but it's you still have the issue of like somebody cuts you off and your reaction is to hit the brakes and then it throws it out of Blue Cruise. So and then it's like I have to re-engage above 20 miles an hour, I think it is. So
Oh, and we were like below.
we were like 5 miles an hour for a long time.
Do you know what happens now, by the way?
But yeah, now we're going through the tunnel.
Tunnel, 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 tunnel.
We're not going to do it the whole way.
Tunnel. No, we just
Okay.
that. Yeah.
This is we normally just show you the beginning and end of the tunnel, but maybe we'll just show you the entire length of the tunnel so you get an idea of
I feel
how
like
long this thing is.
I feel like you just jinxed it though, because there's traffic in the tunnel. So like, how long is this gonna be? Are we gonna be in the tunnel for hours?
It's not too bad,
No, hopefully not.
but there's like height restrictions as well as like hazardous cargo isn't allowed through the tunnel. You have to take the Levelland Pass instead, which maybe one of these days we'll take that as a nice scenic route around.
That sounds fun to me.
This is always sort of like we get out of here and then you start getting into like the ski resorts and stuff. Hopefully traffic's a little bit better once we get out.
Did you see this on the road?
Yeah, I don't... Like,
it's so weird. Can you guys see that? It's like someone was purposefully having fun, or...
Did they drag their butt across the whole thing?
Yeah. It's literally the whole way. Or maybe they lost control. No, it's so uniform. That's... Oh, and it evens out here.
Yeah.
That was really weird and long, and then they almost lost it here. It's like we're watching a whole story play out. And then, it went crazy here again.
Gear down.
Gear down, truckers.
Long.
Did you guys, well, I was going to say, did you see it? And you did, because we put it in the footage. But that person rolling coal on us,
I don't know if they were always doing it on purpose, but at least a couple of times they were.
It did seem like it, right? It was like...
Yeah.
Do you think it was because they knew we were electric?
I don't know. I think they have a lot of issues, so...
Yeah, they're pulling a big trailer, and then it's like anytime the traffic in the right lane moved faster, they'd like and like zoom up. So like, how dare you go faster than me? Is what I took it as.
And they were also just like tailgating the whole way, and it's like you can see traffic is not moving. So why are you riding his bumper? But
the Chevy. Yeah.
I see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Ooh.
This is not the most exciting scenery, but when we come out, it'll be a little bit better. And so let's track. We were at 65% battery, 102 miles. 161 miles of range. 161 miles of range, 65% battery, 2.1 miles per kilowatt hour. And then when we get into Frisco, I think it's like there you go, 7% grade for 7 miles.
Yeah, how much does 7% get us? This will be interesting. And we do have 102 miles to our next destination, so we should be fine.
And we won't record the whole way down.
No.
We'll let you see a little bit of this view. They're doing some construction. And we'll coast down, not coast, but we'll go down and see how much
recuperate.
We can regen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Like, by the way, I kind of don't love the seats. I don't love, like, so Patrick, he, as the driver, his head doesn't touch the headrest. But for me as a passenger, I'm like chilling here, and I feel like the headrest pushes my head forward. I don't dislike them. But in the realm of like rating all the Mach-E seats, this is not the top. So
I'm
just the headrest.
Annoyed by traffic.
Oh, okay.
Let's go and touch base when we get to the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, we're almost down. How are you guys liking the scenery? I was worried we were going to have traffic all the way down, but we're doing the speed limit. And the road got really smooth, which was sort of nice. But here we go. As you can see there, it like dips down and then back up. So we'll just go ahead and call it at this. We are at 168 miles of range, 68% battery. And our efficiency went from, 2.1 to 2.6 miles per kilowatt hour. I believe, don't shoot me if I'm wrong, but I think with Lucifer it was like 2.7 usually at this point in our trip.
I feel like we're just about to hit the bottom, so it could hit 2.7. Yeah. And what percentage battery were we at when we looked before?
64 or 65, so we gained 3 to 4%.
You guys can hop back a few seconds.
And that was 7 miles of downhill. And then now we climb a little, then dip a little, and then we had to go over Ravel Pass. So again, this is like the worst efficiency, is getting up and over everything. And then after Ravel Pass, we have a lot of downhill for quite a bit.
So definitely 2.6. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's now
2.6.
climbing.
Yeah, we're climbing again. We'll dip again for Frisco, and then after Frisco is where we get some serious climbing. And there's a charging station in Frisco. I think we will skip that one. Good?
Yes. Although I am sleepy.
Yeah. The next one will be Edwards and then Glenwood Springs for Electrify America. There's actually some other like charge point chargers. They are 62.5 kilowatts. There's, I think just past Glenwood Springs, there's one that's 125 kilowatts. But I believe it may be, I got to figure it out. I think it may be like a 200 amp, which means the Mach-E won't actually get the full power out of that.
What was it, like 80 kilowatts?
Yeah, so the maximum that the Mach-E can get out of a 200 amp charger is about 80 kilowatts. And I noticed a lot of people checked in there and were getting high 70s. So that makes, it seems like that's what it is. And basically the way you can calculate that is for 200 amps with a 400 volt battery pack, you say 200 times 400, and of course it's in watts, so then you divide it by 1,000 and you come up with 80 kilowatts would be the max from that charging station.
You're very smart.
Which goes back to, I wish they advertised these in amps, because then I could easily figure out, like, is it a good speed charger or not. Even Electrify America, a lot of their chargers are 350 kilowatts or 350 amps. So to get 350 kilowatts, you'd have to have a 1,000 volt battery pack. Lucid comes close with 900 volts, but everybody else is 400 or 800. But anyways, got into the nerdy bits.
I love it. I'm glad you know that stuff.
Well, I'm learning more, and a lot of it is watching Kyle with Out of Spec and Tom Malogny as well with his, I forget what his State of Charge, yeah.
Good name for a person into the charging.
But now we have more scenic. Hopefully a lot of these people dropped off for their weekend holiday and won't be quite as much traffic. Until we get to Vail, I think we'll still have little bits of traffic. 444 traffic deaths this year. Put your phones down and your seatbelts on.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Good. Edwards, is that the best charger ever?
That's the one you liked.
I'm very excited. If you haven't seen our Rivian road trip video, we went for the first time to the best charging station ever. It was like just built after our Vegas race to Vegas video and everything. So we were finally able to check it out in the Rivian. It's so cool, specifically because they have window washing stuff, they have a trash receptacle, and they have picnic benches with shade, bathroom, gas station, food.
Wendy's.
Like Wendy's, yeah. Like, what more would you ask for? What more could you ask for? I mean, you could ask for a lot more. You could. But like, very glad, and hopefully you guys will be glad when we clean the windshield. I will remember to clean the windshield.
If we stop there.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
But it's the best charging station ever.
We're set for Glenwood Springs, so we may skip it.
Oh, in which case that one sucks.
Yeah.
Although that one, should we check it on PlugShare?
So that's what I was getting ready to say. Now we got to start checking the PlugShare app.
Because Glenwood, last time we were there, the Chatamo, the shared one, was out. And apparently the all the way to the left one was out. So there are two in the middle, right?
Yeah, I checked last night just so I could get in my mind which ones are having issues. Edward seems great, but it's a new station, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Frisco that we just passed, it seems like one of four has been out for a while. And then Glenwood Springs, 3 of 5 have been available for a while. And unfortunately, I think it's like the 150s are down, which means we will probably go in and maybe take up a 350, which keeps like an Ioniq 5 or Taycan or something like that from using that. But what else are you going to do? Yeah,
you got to do it. You got to do it.
And the Mach-E can get a little bit of advantage from a 350 kilowatt charger. It'll go above 150 in kilowatts in charging. but it's not a huge advantage. So I try not to use those if we don't have to. But it's sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, and then sometimes it's like they have multiple 350s, so it's worth it to do it in that case and get a little bit quicker charging.
And it looks like there's an Audi e-tron and an Ioniq 5 that charged at Station 2. Station 2 keeps coming up. I think it's a 350 as the good one. Yeah, interestingly, everyone says station number 2. By the way, huge shout out to everyone who put stuff on PlugShare. Like, it's so helpful. It's so helpful to see stuff like that. Station 2, we know, aim for that if it's empty or if anything else is down. Oh.
Dark matter gray.
Oh, nice.
Maybe you saw it on there. I'll see
yeah.
point it out if one of us can.
Yeah, whoever edits this has the pleasure of editing this. Vlogs are fun to edit. Fun?
Yeah.
Vlogs are hard to edit. Huh?
Time consuming,
yeah. But so thank you so much to everyone who does put that on PlugShare, and we will be doing that too. So yeah, this person actually said they moved to Unit 2. Only 2 are working. Charger 2 seems to be best. So we'll aim for that one. Charger 3 charges, but slowly.
We may have to do Edwards.
We may.
And just because bathroom and whatnot.
Oh, that's true.
And we could get maybe a snack there. So then I don't think we can make Edwards to Green River. So we'll have to stop again. And don't like Glenwood and Grand Junction so far off the freeway. So.
Or do we try Glenwood? See if we can last.
Yeah, if I can last, we'll try it.
Okay.
So we're also going to document all the Electrify America issues. A lot of people have been talking about it lately.
Hopefully no issues,
but worse.
Yeah.
And then at the end of this trip, or not the end, but in the middle of the trip, at Fully Charged, we have an interview scheduled with somebody from Electrify America. So
depending on what happens, we'll have. Well, either way, we'll have a lot of questions for them. I wish we could ask you guys for questions now. So probably on social media, if you would be interested in following us on social media, we'll try and put stuff out there when we get an opportunity to talk to automakers or charging companies, whatever. We'll put that out there so we can get your questions too, because I'm assuming we're going to have some things to ask and things to discuss after this road trip.
Yep.
Yeah.
And by the way, Blue Cruise is on. Through a lot of these curves, it's telling me to keep my hands on. It just switched back to hands-free. So I can do hands-free if we want.
Hey.
But it's fairly smooth going through all this. So.
And Out of Spec Kyle on August 8th was at Glenwood.
Yeah, that's where he was going to the Tesla roundup.
Oh, the Tesla-thon thing. I feel like I'm stalking people on the chargers.
He was actually in the Plaid on that one, I believe.
Oh, yeah, he was.
So,
cool. He doesn't say anything about his charging, but anyways. All right. So we're going to keep trucking on, or keep Mach-Eing on, and touch base soon. Keep flying. No more traffic.
As is our tradition, we're in Glenwood Canyon and we're going to film a bit. So, as you may have guessed, we decided to skip the Edwards station. And now we're in Glenwood Canyon, which means on the other side of this, at about 16 miles, is our exit for the Glenwood Springs charging station. We have 117 miles of battery left. So we're gonna finish with like 100 miles of buffer. We're close to being able to make it to Grand Junction, but I definitely need to stop.
I'm quite proud of us. We have not needed to pee yet, and I need to stretch my legs more than anything. I actually had a half day because I went to the prosthetist, which is a leg doctor, amputee leg person. So I need to stretch my legs after that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I feel good. It's been really comfy. It's been, once we got out of the traffic, really nice.
Yeah, it's been nice since then. Doing exactly the speed limit just because it's easier to flow going through the mountains like that, using Blue Cruise a lot. So it's been pretty relaxed, and now I'm sort of ready for a break if the chargers work.
Yeah, oh gosh. Okay, so Patrick checked the charger earlier, and someone was using it. Specifically the one that we want, which is charger number 2. So charger number 2 is the only 350 that's working.
And you're using Electrify America to check?
Yes. Actually, yeah. I'm using Electrify America. Charger number 1 is double 150. It's down. So charger number 2 is 2 350s. It's good. Charger number 3, and I hope I'm not like giving glare anywhere. So charger number 3 actually says that it's 250 kilowatt chargers,
which
so,
they don't do. So
no.
I'm wondering are they like, is that one only giving 31 kilowatts? So they are marking it on the app as 50 so that people won't expect it to do higher because it's derated right now.
Which is good. Good that there's something that marks that it's not being very efficient, but not good if it is doing 31. And then charger 4 is a 150 in the CHAdeMO. So neither of this is optimal. Either we're taking the Oni CHAdeMO or we're taking the Oni 350. But the 350 is the one that's been performing well, so we'll probably do that. And wow, the water's really full here, which is so nice to see.
Yeah.
Yes. You don't know, you might shoot for the CHAdeMO?
Yeah, we'll see. And we've had pretty good luck with those. Although I hate taking a CHAdeMO away from somebody, but
it's not great either way. We're taking it away from someone, but then again, it's not like they have options there either.
Yeah.
They'll take something away. Ooh, it's very, very short, but it's a tunnel, 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 tunnel.
Yeah, you can see, and I think, I don't want to say it, but I think some of the trees are changing color over here.
No! We don't like winter. I don't like winter.
And you can't see it yet, but as soon as you come out, you'll see the bridge road. It's like the elevated roadway going through here. And if you want to see this whole stretch, look at some of our other videos. This video is getting long, so we won't put it all on this one.
And we're probably not going to jibber jabber too long.
So,
is that a term?
Yeah, I think that's about it though. Yeah, we're 15 miles away from the charger, and let's go get to the charger.
And hopefully it's a good charger. So let's go.
We are here. We have to plug in. By the way, I just set up the car with a plug-in charge, so hopefully that works. If not, I can swipe with the phone app. But anyways, we're on our 250 kilowatt hours free right now. But we finished with 3.3 miles per kilowatt hour, 162.7 miles. Actually, let's go over here because this is trip 1 is. Just reset that. Anyways, so 3.3 miles per kilowatt hour, 160.9 miles. We finished with 41% battery left. We still have 105 miles of range according to the car. So if you add 105 miles to the 160, that's 265.9, which is excellent for freeway driving and going up and over the Rockies. So let's go see how charging goes.
Yeah, and we are at the shared CHAdeMO because there's a Rivian over there. It's so cool.
Yeah, and we've heard
that
3 is not great and 4 is out. So
they picked the good one. All right, let's get a charge.
Okay, so we're just going to try plug and charge first, see if I set it up correctly.
Connecting the vehicle. Ooh, it's bright out. Processing payments.
This is where we'll see if I set it up correctly. Authorize.
Authorized, yay.
Initiating charging. Now, hopefully we'll get a good speed. So it says 43 cents per kilowatt hour. That's because I'm on my 250 kilowatt hour free charging. After that runs out, we'll switch over to our Ford Pass discounted rate of 31 cents. Doesn't sound like it's humming to give us the full, but we'll see. Nope, 133.
Woo!
Okay.
Awesome.
So we're good as long as it holds at that. I haven't calculated what we want to do. We know that the next charging stop is Grand Junction if we just do like the easy way. But let me quickly, this is the simple way of figuring out if can we make Green River from here. It is 186 miles. So if we are doing as well as we were, we can probably charge pretty high and make that. We may give that a try because we need to go get something to eat and things like that. But we have to remember when we get into Utah, it's 80 miles per hour. So our efficiency will not be as great on this second leg. But
Ooh, that sounded like it slowed down.
the charging session error.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, Electrify America, strike one.
You could hear that immediately.
Well, the car fan stopped.
Yeah. All right, so thank you. You're welcome. We got 1 minute of charging time and 2.9 kilowatt hours delivered.
So we'll hit finish. Yeah, it's disappointing.
Yeah.
Feels like it was early days. We haven't had these problems lately, but a lot of people have been running into issues.
Oh, and this is our big epic road trip, so we're going to be testing out a lot of this stuff now. Connecting vehicle again.
If it does it again, I may try swiping and not doing a plug-in charge.
Oh, that's fair. At least it was within 1 minute, because the big bummer is like you plug in, you think it's going well, you want to go to the restroom, get some coffee.
And then you come back out and you're like, oh, I didn't charge.
Exactly.
But we can keep track of it on our phone, so I'll definitely, when we go in, do that.
Authorized.
And that was a little bit quicker.
That was. I wonder, so now does Electrify America see that that was a successful charge? Because it's like, hey, charging finished. Initiating charge still. All right, we got the
Same thing again.
guest.
This is going to make our stats a little bit more complicated, but we'll try to like add everything together when we're doing the editing and put it all concise, like how much did we get.
Yeah.
But we are going to track all of this, and when we talk to Electrify America in about a week, we'll let them know all of these little issues.
Hopefully these are the only issues that we have.
So how many? It said we got like 3 last time?
It's 2.9.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll let it go for a little bit. Hopefully I don't have to keep doing this. So you can't see it here, but I'm looking at the fast charging. It's showing fast charging. It'll get to 80% by 4:40 and 100% by 5:06 p.m. And it's 4:20 right now.
5:06 would be, I mean, even 5 o'clock would be a fine stop.
Yeah, 40 minutes.
It'd be totally fine if this can work.
It doesn't work.
Yeah. I wonder if the Rivian is being successful.
I hear the fan, so it must still be charging.
Okay.
And this is, again, the frustrating part of, like, we could be just in there using the bathroom, get something to drink or whatever, but instead we're, like, watching it, and, like, I don't want us to both leave. I guess I can just watch it on the phone.
No, because then we'd have to come fix it. And what if the Rivian opens up? If that spot opens up, then we'd need to switch?
Yeah, I think at this point,
ready.
if that one does open, it's like, well, we tried this one, we know that one has issues, we know the other one has issues. The 350 becomes fair game for us, but
We're
so
at
far
2
it's
minutes,
good.
though. Yeah, we're double what we got the first time. It's really fast, the 136.
And if you bear with me, I'm going to look in Ford Pass. And if I say trip planning, Green River.
125, 122, 120, it's dropping a little bit. 118, I'm okay with it like dropping to 100 if that'll keep it going, you know?
Yeah, and that's generally what it does in its charging curve.
Yeah.
Actually, let me do a better route planner because I'm curious what it'll say.
All right, we're at 113, 112.
So I just checked a better route planner. It's saying we'll need about 73% of our battery to get to Green River plus whatever buffer we want. So if we do 80%, we should be pretty good to go. We're just going to go in and I'm going to keep monitoring it and we'll check back in on this later.
Yeah, and I think we can at least do 85 if there's no errors.
Yeah, it'll slow down. Well, actually, it should slow down to 43. We haven't charged. No, I did charge this one on an EVgo past 80%.
Yeah, but it was really slow charger, so you didn't see.
Yeah, we'll see.
This will be interesting. All right, let's go in. Always Mustang and an Ioniq 5. The Rivian must have had a good charge, and now the Ioniq 5 is at charger 2. And we literally were too slow. I think Blues of Intrusive is at what, 89?
It was at 87, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's crazy. We were not dilly-dallying. We didn't even shop. We had a snack.
We're at 90%,
That's
so you're
crazy.
right. Plugged in at 42, then we had that error, started in at 44 and 90. So second session gets an A+, first session gets an F. We're at 39 kilowatts at 90%, so I'm pretty happy with that. According to the app, we have about 232 miles of range. It'll probably be slightly different in there because this is a couple minutes old. But we only need 186 miles to get to Green River. So we might as well get out of here.
Get out of here. 91. Wow.
And now it's getting quiet.
Nice and quiet. 35 minutes of charging time. We got 44.6 kilowatt hours added. Ended at 91% and charged for 35 minutes. I said that already. How much did it cost? Nothing.
It was free because we have ours. And we'll put up what it would have cost at the member and non-member rate. The non-member rate is $18.92. But because we had the free, it's free. So anyways,
44.6 times 31.
And then we also had the 2 kilowatts that from the previous sessions, or 3. So we'll calculate it. And we'll put it up on the screen. You don't have to do all this in your head like we're trying to do. So let's get on the road.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what the car says. It says we have 238 miles of range. And let me hit cancel on navigation and redo it. So.
GPS signal lost.
Uh-oh. That might make things complicated. So we may have to redo the programming if it doesn't have GPS signal. But we'll hit recents, Green River, 185 miles, no charging required. We'll get there with 19%. Let's go over to, which one should we reset for?
I think trip 1, right?
We'll reset trip 1, and we'll keep trip 2 going all the way at least till Vegas. So now everything's at 0. And did we say go under? I didn't say go. Go.
Yay.
All right, and we got to turn the AC back on because we turned it off to film.
And we're going to list this charging session and specify how it was. Because the Ioniq 5 seems to be having some trouble.
And here comes the ID4.
Yeah. We might want to tell them please down. Hello. Use this one.
Yeah. That one gave us trouble, but I think this one's good. We're done.
Cool. It didn't give us trouble, but fortunately it gave enough other people trouble that they let us know.
And you can see that the car is really warm right now. And that is because it just charged. Battery is hot. It's a hot day. It's not 116 outside, but it's probably in the 90s, which means just as a common sense thing, the car should be fine if I just go and floor it and get on the freeway, but you know, it's sort of hard on anything. Like when it's this hot, trying to cool down, no need to like stress it out. And that's just me. Like I try to treat my things nicely, not like I'm going to baby it, but I'm just not going to like treat it like dirt. So
no, I feel it as a human too, because like you can hear that you're hot. Yeah. And your energy is down, so the car is hot too. Look at the strands of, is it corn? What is that?
Grass. That's
it's
just
the grass. It's just really pretty.
But we got about a mile or two to get to the freeway because of where this station is at.
And look at that spark. Is that not the best color? It's the best color. I would like that color. We're debating Liv's car. Goodbye, Colorado. Hello, Utah. Brr, 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 brr. Almost. Brr.
Welcome to Utah.
Hey, thank you. Good to be here. You happy to be in Utah?
I'll be happy to be done driving in about an hour.
Yay!
Less than an hour.
Less than an hour. What, 7:30? 45 minutes?
7:39 is what it was saying.
Ugh, that traffic really added a little bit. 7:39. Right
Watch
on time.
for eagles on road.
Did it say that?
Yeah.
Really? What are they doing on the road?
Eating roadkill.
Oh.
And dinner.
Okay. Keep a watch out. That'd be really interesting to see.
Well, we've just been driving and driving. We're almost to Green River.
Yeah, and you can't see me. I think I'm just a big white ball.
Yeah, it's sorry for the bad video, but the sun is at a really bad angle. It's been really hard driving. But if you want to know, does hands-free work with sunglasses? Yes, it does. It's been switching off, and I think it's because when we're facing the sun, we're getting sun glare. But everything's been good. That last charging session was awesome.
Yeah, well, and I was really worried initially. I mean, one charger was down.
Yeah.
One was barely usable, and then the only one was in use. So I was worried, but after that fail, we were literally inside grabbing a Starbucks and a bite, and Patrick was like, it's 82.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I didn't
82%.
even finish. Like, yeah. Yeah, we
Now
weren't.
you're getting a lot more sun glare, and I can't.
Yeah.
One of the things that's interesting is, well, two things actually. So as we were leaving, there were two cars there, the Ioniq 5 and the ID4. So if we would have pulled up then, it would have been a little bit dodgier trying to get a charge just because it's full. I was worried about that a little bit because it's Labor Day weekend. The other interesting thing is when we left, we had around a 50-mile buffer, according to what the car was saying, getting to Green River. And now we're down to a 30-mile buffer. So it's sort of nice to have a little bit of extra big buffer. And we didn't necessarily plan to have an extra big buffer. It was mostly, like Liv said.
It was really good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if we didn't want something to eat or drink, we could have beat the car. But because we wanted something, it was...
Well, also, it's Target. I didn't even look in the dollar section. By the door. You know, I could have been there for a good 8 minutes of charging. None of that. We just grabbed the Starbucks and it was already done. Also, by the way, on our way out, we saw an Audi e-tron, right? Heading
Coming
that
in,
way.
yeah.
So, ruh-roh. That would be that charger maxed out then if the e-tron got there, and they'd have to be on the one that was giving 50 kilowatts because the ID4 switched to the 150 kilowatt hour one that the Chatamo was with. Yeah. Not great.
Another thing to note, so it's still 100 degrees, even though we got like the sun setting. I can see because the GT has the like little energy bar thing. It's limiting power right now, like a 40% reduction in power.
Oh, wow.
And here's our exit. Yeah, it's actually sort of hard to see. Everything is hard to see right now. We're going to exit here and just check out the chargers. We have a hotel here already reserved. We need to get food.
But it's really interesting. Patrick had a good point. So I feel fine. I don't need the restroom. I feel okay. But a lot of our road trips, we start at the crack of dawn. You know, you like just woke up, you pounded your coffee, you haven't like fully, you know, peed out the night, whatever, you know. But it feels really different starting a road trip halfway through the day. We worked. Well, Patrick worked. I went to the doctor. So it's kind of like I feel more chill. You?
Yeah.
Which is saying
that
something because I'm always chill. I know, like cross and then
went through the intersection and pulled over.
But yeah, like I don't have to go to the restroom badly. It's been really comfortable. The car's been great.
And I think the combination of 100 degrees plus the speed limit's 80 is one of the factors here. And we were just debating, like, are we going to charge or check into the hotel or check in a hotel and then should we just charge in the morning?
I think we test out the chargers.
Yeah, normally it's a good idea to charge the night before, but tomorrow we're actually meeting somebody for breakfast at Green River Coffee.
Another Mach-E owner who's been a watcher of the channel since the beginning. We're so excited we finally get to meet him. He's driving out there. So we also want to check the charger for him because he's driving 3 hours out there and kind of needs the charger as well. I think he can make it back with a different charger.
There's a different charger he could hit, but this
still
is a better option. So,
yeah. And we already contacted Amy at Green River Coffee Company. You know, we love that place and Amy's awesome. She's going to be there. What does that sign say? Green River. Brr, 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 brr. Yay.
If you guys can see that, it's probably blurry as heck.
Yeah, it's really just a shadow. If
you might just be looking at us. I don't know.
No, we'll do the
rough.
thingy. It's really bright. But there were deer, not deer. Deer on the
I was going to check in, but like, why don't we just go ahead and hit the charger?
Yeah, just to see. Last time that we were there with the ID4 and the race to Vegas, was that the last time we were there? Yeah.
Yeah.
There were a couple of screens down and things like that. So we just want to suss it out, make sure. It's 7:30 at night. What else are we going to do in Green River? We're going to go for Mexican food, apparently. There's our hotel. Comfort Inn. We'll tell you if it's comfortable.
Not that busy. I thought it might be busier because it's Labor Day weekend.
I guess people aren't coming here.
I can't see anything. And just watching the thermal to see. And I was sort of thinking, like, let the car cool down a bit and then we'll charge. But tomorrow we're going to have to charge in the heat of the day, and the same thing on Sunday. So we'll see. We did this last year, but it was in the first edition, OG Lucifer.
Yeah.
No issues.
But and it was really, really hot. It was 120 degrees.
Yeah.
Ice vehicles are broken down at the side of the road. So why are you more worried this time?
2 reasons. Mostly because it's like Lucifer was tried and tested, and I felt like, okay, it handled it. With the high voltage battery junction box issues, it's usually after fast charges where you run into issues. So I'm like, we should have the new part. We should be good to go. Because
this was just outside of the recall.
Yeah.
There was vehicles built before ours.
And fast charging is just really hard. Yeah, especially fast charging at high temperatures. So
yeah, as attached as we are to public charging and fast charging, if you can at all level 2 charge, it's just much nicer for your battery in so many ways. There's cops. Good to know.
Utah Highway Patrol. We're doing under the speed limit.
Yeah, we're behaving.
I'm going to try not to miss Green River. I think I miss it 2 out of 3 times.
I can't.
Oh, look, there's a taco truck. That might be a better dinner than going into a restaurant.
They actually have it's a taco truck, literally the gas station. They've taken over the gas station. That's what gas stations are going to become as EVs take over, probably not.
And that's where I wanted to stay, because it would be right next to the charger.
Yeah. Wait, it says vacancy.
Well, too late now.
Oh, yay, Electrify America. It is exciting to pull up.
I was going to use that one.
And it says no.
Thanks for being a customer. Oh, complimentary charge.
Well, oh my God, I thought that was an error sign.
Yeah, I think I'll go to that one. I don't see that on the others, but
complimentary charging. Well, yes, thank you so much. Well, first, let's see.
I got to back in at a better angle, though.
Yeah. It looked like an error thing. I was like, no, terrible.
Yeah, I was like, that's not normal.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Of course, we have the free with the new car purchase.
Couple.
But free on top of that is even better.
Yeah. And Electrify America has done that before. They did it 4th of July last year, and I don't think they did it this year, though. Did they? For 4th of July? Everyone was expecting it, but they didn't. All right, let's see how this charging session goes. Hopefully it's fast and free.
There's a bike rack back there.
Oh, that is a weird spot. We would so squish a bike right now.
All right, we're going to hop out and see how this works.
Yeah. All right. Why is it complimentary?
Yeah.
Was it the previous customer?
It may be just the previous customer.
I know, now I'm all skeptical.
Because they had an issue or something, but we'll give it a try. Oop, got to flip the thingy down.
Drink. Connecting a vehicle.
Initiating charge. So this one's free.
Well, let's see what it says.
So it won't. Not only will it not charge us, it won't dip into our Ford 250 kilowatts of charging. If it'll charge.
And by the way, I don't know what temperature it is, but it feels delightful.
It feels way better.
Yeah, it feels excellent.
Google said it was like 98.
No, it feels lovely. Or are we finally attuned to the high temperatures? Welcome free. I love when it says welcome free.
Yeah.
Yay. All right, so Patrick signed up for text notifications on the vehicle.
Yeah, it's only 30. That's why it's free.
It's free because it's slow. I see. That is an interesting way to say sorry for having slow chargers. None of the other ones, if none of them say that they're free.
This one says free too.
It's free?
Yeah.
But these ones are not.
The 350s aren't, but the 150 is.
Okay, let's switch.
And look what they've added.
Oh my gosh, this is the best place ever. This really is though. We love Green River Coffee Company. Oh, I'm gonna clean the car. Just because.
It needs it.
It does.
I'm gonna move over to that 350.
Okay, and then I'll clean the car. It's very exciting. Is it still 30?
Yeah, it's 30.
All right.
You could hear the cable.
So you sussed it out right. It was like, sorry.
And should I just, I mean, I could just use a 350 since there's 2 of them.
Yeah. Whatever it is, we should test it out so we know for tomorrow, which we want to pull up on. Just so you know for tomorrow, you got tons of room.
What?
So you'll know for tomorrow, you got tons of room.
Oh, no, I know. I needed to be able to get out.
Okay.
And the cable's right here.
Connecting the vehicle. Processing payment. That's a good sign.
Initiating charge. So we didn't get the complimentary, but I wanted to get this done a little bit faster. And we have the free charging with the new car.
And maybe tomorrow, when we're topping up, or if Jim wants to use it, we can all get a free slow charge.
Well, tomorrow, because I think we'll go to like 80. And then tomorrow while we're having breakfast, if we want to go above that,
We can let it go slowly.
We can do the slow because we
Yeah.
don't, it's not like big difference between 40 and
What are we
31.
at inside? What are we?
Oh,
Trip-
shoot.
Patrick's going to tell us.
Just come around.
Okay.
I got too excited about the free charging. We came in with 15%,
GPS signal lost.
but we did 182 miles. The 2.5 miles per kilowatt hour, that's what 80 miles per hour will do to you. 2 hours and 42 minutes. We've been futzing around here for
2 minutes, probably.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
And we came in with probably like 34 miles of range. We're already up to 37. I don't hear this one whining. So is it even?
We better go check.
Yeah, let's go
Yeah.
check.
$30 kilowatts. Uh-oh. Oh, no. And we're being charged for this nonsense.
Yeah.
Shall we try the next one?
Yeah.
All right.
So Electrify America, strike 2.
Strike 2 at this charger. We've already had a strike 1 elsewhere. So strike 3 for the day, strike 2 for Green River. All right, charging time 1 minute, 0.82 kilowatt hours delivered. Charging at 30 kilowatts. Lame.
Now, I'm going to just park there.
Yeah.
And then I could use either one if
I wish there was a way to tell, like, hey, is your cooling working?
I know.
Not sure how he's going to get out. Ooh, carefully. Is this so you can try both of them?
Yeah.
Smart.
So this one, since it's free, and we're like, normally I would just be irritated, but we're done driving for today, so I don't really care too much.
But I'm so glad we decided to do this before the morning, because in the morning we want to meet with our friend, we want to get charging for the day of driving.
And this one says complimentary as well, connecting.
So we can assume it's 30. This would be a very bad station to have issues.
Yeah, exactly. The nearest charging station in either direction is 100 miles. Yeah, I think it's going to give us 31. The question is do I try that one?
Yes.
I should have probably did that one as first.
Good
And it's
point.
30.
Bugger. All right, let's try the next one.
Should we?
Oh, yeah, and we should contact customer assistance and tell them to reset them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely should try the next one too.
Okay, one more try.
Yeah, at least we know we'll have slow free charging tomorrow. So that's 3 strikes
You're
at
out.
Green River, 4 strikes today. Is there any reason to try the other handles?
It could be potentially because there's a sensor in the handle, but I really don't feel like trying them all.
We'll just maybe switch the handles tomorrow. Ooh, let's trip on things. Connecting the vehicle. It would be nice if this one worked and we just got a fast charge. Otherwise, I guess we gotta hang out a bit longer.
Yeah. And we could just do it all slow tomorrow because if we're going to be here for an hour and a half for breakfast.
Yeah, we can.
But I would like to get...
Ooh, ooh, that's a sound, that's a sound. It's the first sound. Oh, no.
Oh, and it just died.
We might want to reinitiate this one. Actually, why don't we call
Yeah.
as well? Authorized. Please unplug, charging is stopped, obviously.
I'm going to try the other handle real quick.
So, Electrify America, please, 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 please fix this, because Green River is really important to us. We need coverage every 50 miles, but this being within 100 miles is essential. Connecting the vehicle. Please keep going. Welcome, driver.
Forward plan.
Yeah,
It's so slow.
I know. 130. Oh, thank goodness.
Okay.
Okay, so Charger 3, is that it?
Charger 3.
Charger 3 at Green River Coffee Company is the only one.
And it's handle 1. Now, we could have
Yeah.
tried different handles on the others. Maybe I should have done that. But in any case...
This one, it started charging okay and then bolted out.
And if we were in a rush, that probably added about 8 minutes, which is not great, but it's not the end of the world. It's not like I had to spend an extra 8 hours here. But I am going to go into the Electrify America app, and there is down at the bottom, I can call support, or which I really don't want to call people. So I'm just going to say report issue, and I can say like charging station problem, not able to charge, blah, blah, blah. I'll just say charging station problem, and then I'll type in my info here and say like all of these are just not great.
And we'll put it on PlugShare too, so everyone knows Charger 3 handle 1
Yeah.
is the only one that
So we're
works.
going to charge. So I think what we decided is like we'll go to 80% tonight, and then tomorrow morning, when we come over here and have breakfast and stuff like that, we'll do the last bit. We'll probably take one of the free ones that's 31 kilowatts because
Which is either the one right where we are there or the one on the other side. Yeah.
And that's it. So we'll let this go for 80%, but we'll log this stuff in now.
And I think I'm going to call them too.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can't probably see that, but we're at 79%. It's about 75 kilowatts, so it'll start dropping at 80 to about 43. But I think we're going to call it good for tonight. And
As soon as we hit 80.
as soon as we hit 80, we'll add all the stats and put them up on the screen for you for an 80% charge or whatever we stop at. But
We did, so it's been 37 minutes, cost about, it'll end up around $25. And we just kind of like stood around and harassed Electrify America a whole bunch.
oh, she
on
called
social-
Electrify America.
I called and they were like, someone submitted a ticket for it. And I said, and how quickly do tickets get addressed? And she was like, I don't know. It just depends on if someone's in the area. And I was like, do you know that this is a really important charging stop for this area? She's like, I understand, ma'am. And then she said the ticket was submitted yesterday. So we can only hope that perhaps they will address it soon.
Yeah, and the other ones, maybe switching to a different handle would have fixed it, but whatever. Still frustrating. We weren't in a super hurry, so we were sort of playing around and sort of laughing about it.
And this was the whole point, is that we wanted to take the time when we weren't stressed out now, but also Patrick is hungry.
Yeah.
It's late. We are going to have to start early in the morning, so we didn't really need to be doing this, and hopefully you don't have to.
But this is would have been a really long video, but we're going to break it up. We're going to end right here. You don't need to see us get food and check into a hotel, but check out the next video. It'll start tomorrow morning here at Green River Coffee, where we're meeting a Mach-E owner and having breakfast. And we're just going to hook it up to a charger and see if we can get to 100%, just because.
Well, and the one bonus is it'll be pretty slow from 80 to 100, but all these are going to be 30 kilowatts, and a couple of them are free. So yay, we get some free charging.
Yeah.
And slow charging.
And the next stop is about 100 miles from here. Then there's one that's 120. There's one that's like 180. So like we're going to start hitting where there's a bunch of chargers.
Yeah.
Because, well, we'll just play it by ear tomorrow. You have to watch the next video to find out what we do.
Yeah, but now we're at 81% already, and I just want to get free charging in the morning. So
Yes.
we're going to call it good. Thank you so much for joining us for this first part of our epic road trip adventure. Really cool to do this in Blucifer Tucifer after having done this in OG Blucifer. So far, we got some good experience, some good comparisons.
Yeah.
It's going to be a cool trip. It's going to be a long trip. So keep an eye out for the next one.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to our patrons whose names are running across the screen right now. And just remember that whatever you drive, whether it's being charged at 30 kilowatts or not charged at all, or still an ICE vehicle and you want to switch to electric, it's okay. Enjoy the ride. Bye. Just kidding. We're not leaving. We've got to tell you all the stats of this. So what did we do?
It said it was 2537. Again, this is coming out of our free quota, 39 minutes of charge time, and we got 59.65. We have to add up all the other little bits and put that info up as well for our entire like Greenwood to here charging session. But this one was 2537. The member rate would have been a lot cheaper. We'll put that in there as well. And it says plug in first, which means we got to go. Oh, you can't see that because it's so bright. Oh, well.
It's okay. Bye.